Right, good afternoon. So today, let us move on to the second chapter called as Entity Relationship Diagrams. My dear friends, EBMS is very important subject in every computer science graduate. Entity Relationship Diagram. Let us go on to that. This ER model stands for Entity Relationship Model. Entity Relationship Model. This model is used to define the data elements and their relationship. It develops a conceptual design for the database. Yesterday, we talked about three schema architecture, my dear friends. That we talked about what is called conceptual schema. This ER diagram comes under the conceptual schema. In ER modeling, the database structure is shown as a diagram. That diagram is only called as entity relationship diagram, ER diagram, also called as ER diagram. My dear friends, ER, E means entity, R means relationship, ER means entity relationship. See, in this model, entity relationship model, who is called entity, what is called an entity, what do you mean by a relationship? This is what today's topic. What is an entity? A real world object, any real world object is called an entity. What do you mean by object? Any living thing is called an entity. See, something like this. Example, student, courses. So student is an entity. Courses is an entity. Family is an entity. Employee is an entity. Department is an entity. Likewise, see, almost books is another entity. Library is an entity. So if you write, keep on, you can write any number. So these are all called entities, my dear friends. Entities. What is the relation? What do you mean by relationship? What is the, if you take two entities, like student is another entity and family is another entity. What is the relationship between these two entities? Is called relationship. In the same manner, see, doctor, patient. What is the relationship between these two entities? Similarly, a student and courses. Courses. What is the relationship between these two? So, a relationship can be defined as the dependency part. The dependency. See, my dear friends, the dependency on one another is called relationship. The depend according to its dependency, we say whether it is good relationship or bad relationship or strong or see, lot many types of relationships are there. We will discuss that. See, again, let me discuss. What do you mean by entity ER diagram? Entity relationship. Entity means real world object. Any real world object is called an entity. A student is called entity. Course is called an entity. Family is called an entity. An employee in an organization is called entity. Department in a college is called an entity. Books, different types of books or book Book. Book is itself an entity. So library is an entity. So all such anything can be called as an entity. Now, what do you mean by relationship? Now, what is the relationship a student and a family has? A student is either a son or a daughter of a family or a dependent person of a family. Doctor. What is the relationship between doctor and a patient? Doctor cures the diseases of patient. That is the relationship. What is student and courses? Student join different types of courses. You understand? So these are all called relationships. And all such relationships are shown with a diagram. That diagram is called entity ER diagram. That diagram is called entity ER diagram. ER diagram depicts the total database structure. ER diagram shows or depicts the total database structure. By looking at the ER diagram, you can either design the database or you can clearly understand the structure of the database. So if at all, if you want to say my database, you have to say through ER diagram only. That is the importance given to ER diagram. Entity relationship diagram. Entity, a real world object is called entity. Student, courses, family, employee, department, books, library, all this called entity. What is the relationship? Student, family. What relationship a student has? Doctor, patient, student, courses. So this depicts the relationship between two entities. For example, for example, suppose we design a college database here. Design a college database. In this database, the student will be an entity with attributes like address, name, age, ID. So these are all called attributes, my dear friends, attributes. Attributes. What do you mean by entity? The entity name of the entity is student. The name of the entity is student here. The name of the entity is student. A student may have any number of attributes. The possible attributes here written was ID. You have hall ticket number. That is said to be ID. Hall ticket number is called ID. Age. So maybe date of birth also can be represented here. Address. Name of the student. Name of the father, name of the mother, Aadhaar card number. All these things can be attributes of this student entity. Student entity, right? This address can again be an entity. How? ఎలా చేస్తారో చూడండి. An address can also be again an entity, my dear friends. చూడండి. I'll show you. See, this is address. So address will have see, see, this is called address. So this is an attribute. An attribute. Attribute. What do you mean by an attribute? What forms a complete address? What forms a complete address? So line number, maybe street name, house number, H number, H number, line, line number, street name, street name, village name, or mandal, district, pin code, all these things come under address. So how do you write, right? So these are called any number of attributes. An entity may have any number of attributes. It is not limited. Any number of attributes it may have. So this is called address. Address. Similarly, you can also define date of birth. Date of birth is an entity, my dear friends. Date of birth is an entity, DOB. It consists of DD, MM, YYYY. DD, MM, YYYY. These three comprises of a date of birth. So likewise, entity can be easily constructed with a diagram called as an entity diagram. Here, entity is represented with a rectangular, entity is represented with a rectangular, and attributes are represented with circles. Entity is represented with a rectangle, and attributes are represented with circles. This is it, right? Let us see some examples or some definitions now. Component, what do you mean by an ER diagram? You can see what are the components of ER diagram. What is that we are going to learn? ER model. ER model means entity. ER model consists of three things: entity, attribute, and relation. ER model consisting of three things, my dear friends: entity, attribute, and relation. What do you mean by entity? A real world object is called entity. Attribute means the different fields that an entity consists of, the different fields that describe an entity, the different names or the different qualities that describe an entity is called an attribute. Entity, key, right? Attribute means the qualities that define the entity, the different qualities that define the entity is called attribute. What do you mean by relation? So ER model, so what are the relation among two or between two entities or three entities? All these things we talk about. So this is called relation. We have entity means we have two things. One is called weak entity, another one is strong entity. Weak entity, weak entity. What do you mean by weak entity? We will come to know all these things. See, attributes. There are key attributes, composite attributes, multi-valued attribute, derived attribute. So all these four called attributes. Different types of attributes. Key attribute, my dear friends. Composite attribute, multi-valued attribute, derived attribute. There are four attributes and relations. One-to-one, one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, many to one, many to many. There are again four relationships. So, right. ER model comprises of three things, my dear friends. ER model comprises of three things. One, entity. Two, attribute. Three, relation. Entity, attribute, and relation. What do you mean by entity? Entity means, so a real world object is called entity. In an organization, which entity is said to be good, which entity is said to be weak entity? That we will be discussing a bit later, right? Attribute. What do you mean by an attribute? Attribute is, or the qualities that define an entity can be called as an attribute. An attribute. And different types of attributes we have here is key attribute, composite attribute, multi-valued attribute, and derived attribute. What do you mean by relation? We have four relations totally: one to one to many to one, and many to many. Let us discuss each one. Right now, you can see what do you mean by an entity. An entity may be any real world object like class, person, place, something like that. In an ER diagram, an entity can be represented as rectangle. Entity is represented as rectangle. Consider an organization as an example. Manager, product, employee, department, etc. can be taken as entities. See, organization means an organization. So, employee, product, an employee. Different types of employees, employers will be there. Employee will be there. Different products will be maybe developed. Department, different types of departments might be there. Different managers will be there. So that's why in an organization, all these four exist. These four are called entities. Employee works for department. The relation between employee entity and department entity is works for. Employee works for the department. Employee works for the department. Similarly, what is the relation between employee and manager? An employee, a manager belongs to an employee. Manager belongs to employee. So this is how we can define the relationship between two entities. This is one entity and this is the other entity. So what is the relationship between these two? Employee works for the department. What is the relationship between manager and employee? Manager is an entity, employee is another entity. Manager, manager belongs to employee. Manager also is one employee. That is called right. Now you can see here an entity that depends on another entity is called a weak entity. An entity depends on an entity depends on other entity is called weak entity. See here, what do you mean by weak entity? Here, what do you mean by weak entity? Manager, product, employee, department. See, if you see here, weak entity. Who is called weak entity? So the weak entity does not contain any key attribute of its own. The weak entity is represented by a double rectangular. For example, here you can see loan and installment. Loan and installment. What do you mean by loan? Suppose, for example, you bought a TV from Sonu Vision. And so what is the installment for that? You might bought a TV. I may buy a AC. Some other may buy washing machine. So how installment amount? What do you mean by installment? That installment depends completely on the structure of this loan. This installment cannot be alone, dependent. This is not, this is completely dependent on this particular loan. That is why installment is an entity is called weak entity. Weak entity. Installment is called weak entity. Loan is called strong entity. This installment, define of installment is completely depends on loan. That is why this installment is called weak entity. Now you can say here, employee has dependents. Dependents in an organization. In an organization, employee is important, my dear friends. Employee is important. In a class, in a college, student is important. Not student family is not important, right? So that is why dependence, this dependent is called weak entity, but the relation between employee and dependents is called employee has dependents. Employee has dependence. This is called weak entity. Weak entity and relation is called as. Right. Now, let us see another example. Now, you can see here, doctor treats patient. Doctor treats patient. What are the entities here? Doctor and patient. Doctor and patient are the entities here. What is the relation between doctor and patient? Treat. Doctor treats patient. Doctor treats patient. Now, what do you mean by right? Weak or see? Oh, right. This is called just an example of ER diagram. This is an example of ER. Doctor treats patient. Doctor treats patient. Right. There is no weak entity, my dear friends, here. There is no weak entity. Suppose if you want to create a weak entity, you can create like patient's family. Patient family. This is family, patient. So patient family. In this particular case, doctor treats patient. So in this particular entity, family is called weak entity, something like this. Now come to attribute. What do you mean by an attribute? What do you mean by an attribute? An attribute that describes an attribute that describes the property of an entity, the properties of an entity, properties of an entity. Eclipse is used to represent an attribute. Ellipse. Ellipse is used to represent an attribute. Ellipse is represented to show an attribute. For example, see the attribute. So you can write down, you can write what are the properties of a student. Properties of a student. A student has roll number. A student has name. A student has father name. A student has mother name. A student will have date of birth. A student will have the section ID or section name. A student will have Aadhaar card number. A student will have caste. A student will have subcaste. All these are called properties of a student. So all such properties are represented as attributes. 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 Malli cheptunanu. An attribute is an attribute is a property of an entity. All the properties of an entity collectively called as attribute, set of attributes or domain, right? Attribute means the property of an entity. See here, what are all the attributes? What are all the attributes? Here, attributes. Student attributes. Roll number or hall ticket number, whatever it is. Name of the student. Father name. Mother name. Aadhaar number. Phone number. Section or course he is studying. Course studying. Gender, whether male or female. Then, no, photo, right. All these things are called as attributes of a student. So, another example, let us take another example called as family. Family means name of the Mainly. Another example is, for example, employee. Employee. Name of the employee. Employee ID, EMP ID. Designation. Designation. Parent's name. Like, right. Aadhaar number. PAN card number. And then photo, phone number. So all these things are called attributes of an employee. Attributes of an employee. For suppose, if you take book, book is again an entity. Book is again an entity. Name of the book. So if you go to a library, name of the book. If you are talking about a library, every librarian gives ACC number, accession number for every book. That is unique. ACC number. Book, author name, title of the book, publisher. So all these things are called attributes of book. Attributes of book. So TV can also be an entity. TV can also be an entity. Name of the size of the TV. Model number. Model number. Model number. Like something. Right. Color or black and white. Size. Model number. So Wi-Fi or not. All these things come under TV attributes. So these are called attributes of a TV. So likewise, anything can be defined as attributes. Now, let us talk about what is called key attribute. Right. Again, here, right, attributes are shown with ellipse and entity is shown with rectangle. Now, key attribute. What do you mean by key attribute? The key attribute is used to represent the main characteristic of an entity. It represents as primary key. The key attribute is represented by an ellipse with the text underlined. Text underlined, the key attribute. So we'll see that key attribute is used to represent the characteristic, main characteristic of the an entity. It represents a primary key. See, this is how. Here, student, if you take student, student entity is roll number. Roll number is unique. Is unique. So roll number, name is two students may have the same number, same name. My dear friends, two students may have same name. Same name. Madhu Babu. Another student also may have Madhubabu name, but a student hall ticket number is unique. That is why it is called primary key or key attribute. This is said to be key attribute, key attribute, key attribute. So this is represented with the ellipse with underline, with an underline. This is called key attribute, key attribute. Then what do you mean by composite attribute? We have composite attribute. An attribute that composed of many other attributes is known as a composite attribute. Name, for example, if you take name, name means first name, middle name, last name, or surname, name, surname and name. And another thing, date of birth. Date of birth comprises of DD, MM, and YYYY. So that also come under composite attribute. Date of birth, DD, MM, YY. So this also come under composite attribute. Address is again a composite attribute. A composite attribute means which it is an attribute, but it it can be further divided into further attributes. That is called a component attributes. It consisting of another attribute. Multi-valued attribute. What do you mean by multi-valued attribute? These are attributes can have more than one value. Example is an array name. Array name can have any number of values. You have come across the term called as array. Array name is a multi-valued attribute. Similarly, here phone number. A person may have any number of phone numbers. One may have more than phone numbers, 2 or 3 phone numbers. That is also, this also is called multi-valued attribute. Multi-valued attribute. What do you mean by derived attribute? An attribute that can be derived from other attribute is known as derived attribute. Derived at a person's age changes over time and can be derived from another attribute called as date of birth. A person's age, see in voter ID card, no, government represents age. Age. So age, when that ID card was printed, at that time, that was 36. Now, by the time you actually vote for, be a different name. So age changes with the time, date and time. That is why age is represented as derived attribute, because we will be saving only date of birth, my dear friends. We will be saving only date of birth, and age is called derived attributes. Derived attribute, right? Let me conclude. So we talked about